Hi there YouTube, XtremeTrainz here. You've probably already seen the thumbnail of this video, so this intro is kind of silly, but we're going to take a break from doing reviews of the Celebration TrackMaster and instead bring you, yeah buddy, Golden Thomas, which is another TrackMaster 2 engine that is special edition for the 70th anniversary of Thomas & Friends. What are we waiting for? This guy looks awesome. Let's check it out. Alright, so you can see this is in the more standard packaging of the Thomas 3 packs, which come with the engine and the 2 wagons. So you can see you get packaged like this. Golden Thomas, again, we get another one of those little metallic stickers. Motorized engine, drum beats, Thomas rolls along. You can see that's it there, blah, blah, blah. Come around to the back, and again, I think, unlike the other ones, you get a nice little personalized bio for this one, which I think is good, and it was confusing to me why they didn't put that on the Celebration engines, given they're putting it on this one. You can also see the other 2 engines in this wave, which is Raul and Gustavo. Yep, that looks nice, although obviously he should have some more wagons of that and be a lot longer. But anyway, yep, so there's the underside of the packaging. That's the top. Cool, let's get him open and take a look. Alright, so you can see the 3 gorgeous items you get in this pack. So let's take a look firstly at this Thomas. Now, if you ask me, I actually think this Thomas is actually more interesting and exciting and fun to collect than that Silver Metallic Thomas was. And I think that's just because there's more visually going on and they went to the effort of doing something special. And there's a couple of ways they've done that. So we're just going to do a quick look around the whole thing. Awesome. So obviously what you can see here is Thomas is molded in mostly like a pearl gold kind of color, and then he's just got a chrome smoke box, which I actually think is totally fine, and actually doesn't bother me at all. So coming around to the front, we do just have the normal Thomas face. I feel like this one actually looks a little bit better than they normally do on TrackMaster. I don't know if it's actually different or whether the way that it's printed just makes it look less weird. But you can see that they've given him a little party hat here, which is actually nice. It's actually, I think, molded in a blue plastic from looking at it, and they printed these little red dots on it, so that's nice. And you can see it is a special piece because it like kind of comes around from his smoke box area here, which is really cool. You can see you've got the chrome gold smoke box, which is nice, and then yeah, as I said before, you've got this kind of like pearl gold color for the rest of Thomas, which has this really awesome party printing on it, and I think that looks super cool. Like, it looks exciting, it looks interesting, it doesn't look like standard. As I said, you can come down to the wheels, you can see the wheels are also done in that kind of gold color, which is really nice. Nothing around the back as you'd expect from a TrackMaster. Yeah, this to me is really, really nice. Obviously, it would have been awesome if we had some buffer detailing, but again, that's not how we do TrackMaster anymore. But I just think this Thomas looks really, really nice. You look at it straight away and it's a statement piece. You go, wow, that's a cool special edition engine. And I think that's really, really nice. It's really clear what it's about. You also, I think, quite cool to get 2 wagons in this. Now, this retains the feature of a lot of these TrackMaster wagons of having a function. Again, I don't know why they've got such aggressively geared wheels, but anyway, you can see if you turn the back wheel, the drum kind of beats. It's a little bit kind of, I don't want to say pathetic, but it's like, not the most exciting action, but I think it's fine and it works for what it's supposed to be. Again, you can see the drum is actually nicely done. I think this part here is a sticker, but this white part is also a sticker, actually. I'm trying to work out. Yes. So the detailing on this is all stickers, but I think that's fine. And again, I think this is a fine wagon. Again, it looks, in context, makes a lot of sense. The last wagon you get is a passenger wagon, and again, we've talked about ad nauseum that these wagons are way too small given the size of the engines, but that aside, again, I really like the level of detail that they've gone to here. You get printing on all of the sides, and it's that same minis style printing, which is also the printing that they use for, the sides of these TrackMaster engines. And you can see people having a good time, people partying. You've got the confetti on the roof, on the side, on the front, on the back. I just think it's really nice. And again, it looks really exciting, really interesting. Nothing exciting on the bottom. But yeah, I just think it looks visually very impressive. And then if we couple them all together, super easy to couple and uncouple these ones now. Bingo. You can see that when we have Thomas as a train, he actually looks pretty cool, I reckon, and it definitely looks like it's a special edition party locomotive, which I think is really important when you want to make a special edition set. So I think this is actually a pretty awesome set, but let's do a quick comparison. All right, so here you can see the two special edition 75th anniversary TrackMaster engines that are currently available that we know are going to be available this year. So, what do we get? As a quick recap, this was the one that came with the chrome wagon as well as the chrome Thomas. I'm trying to look at this face. No, I think they have the same face. For some reason, I just like this one better. And this one, you get the gold Thomas with the two wagons. So which one of these do you think better commemorates the 75th anniversary of Thomas and Friends? Personally, I think they're both nice, and I'm glad they both exist. But to me, I think this one is a bit more appealing and exciting than the other one. What's really interesting, though, is when we think about the price. So unfortunately, there are a few retailers where I can get a good comparison of both of these. I haven't found, there's no stores I've seen that are selling both of these simultaneously. But looking at where I bought this from, which was Toys R Us Australia, so I paid $14 for this in Toys R Us Australia. It's retailing for about $15 at most places, which is the same price you pay for an engine and a wagon or a tender engine set if they're just normal TrackMaster engines. So there wasn't a markup on these ones that I can at most places. This one I had to buy from an independent toy retailer, and so it cost me 30 Australian dollars, which is expensive, but if you're buying these 3-packs from an independent toy retailer, they're usually about $30. If you buy these 3-packs from somewhere like Target or Toys R Us in Australia, which, yeah, I know Toys R Us being cheap, what the heck? For example, Target Australia says they sell these. I haven't seen them, but they're on their website, and they sell them for $15, and they sell their 3-packs, which again, they don't list this one specifically, but the other 3-packs they've had for $25. So there's either a $10 or $15 price difference from one of these to the other, depending on where you're going. And to me, I think that's where it gets really interesting, because for $15, I think this is a really good deal. You get an engine, you get a wagon, they're both special edition, awesome. For $30, I kind of don't think this is a bad deal. You know, you get an engine, you get 2 wagons, you know, it's a decent set. You get a lot of toy for $30, I think. But the weird thing is when you compare them side by side, it doesn't make sense. Like, why is this one half the price of this one? Even if it's $10 difference, is it really true that you're paying an extra $10 for one more little, you know, tiny, really small, not very in scale, or, you know, solid wagon? Like, that just seems super weird to me. So to me, I think the pricing structure of these is bizarre, but I don't think it's because they're special edition. It just seems like the TrackMaster pricing structure between the kind of 2-pack engines, the basic engines, and the deluxe, like, kind of 3-pack engines, just doesn't make any sense. The difference of $10 is just nuts, and they really should do something about that. But that said, I think you can see that there's some, you know, positives and negatives to each one. I'd love to know what you all think about which one you'd rather have. I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the gold Thomas. I just think it's slightly more exciting, slightly more interesting. But I must admit, I think the chrome one, when I get it back out again, is very nice. But yeah, that's all we've got time for in this review. Make sure you do this cool stuff you do on YouTube. Hope everyone is staying safe. And otherwise, that's all we've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.